Hey everybody, Andru Edwards here from GearLive.com, and in this episode we'll be opening up and giving you an overview of the brand new Apple Mac Pro. This is the top of the line Mac. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not a subscriber already, and stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to Bleeding Edge TV. I'm Andru Edwards, and this is the show that brings you tech news through the eyes of GearLive.com. Like I said, today we're going to take a look at the Apple Mac Pro. And by the way, this is episode 500, so we just want to thank you guys, anyone who's been watching since the beginning. I know there's quite a few of you out there that have been watching us for the past 6 or so years. Thanks for keeping us going, and we'll just jump in and continue what we've been doing since then. So this is the Mac Pro, apple.com. You can pick one up. You're not going to find one in an Apple store just yet. You can go into an Apple store, you can order one there, but again, it'll take about 2 months to get to you. So, if you want to pick it up at the Apple store, that's fine, or you can just have it shipped directly to your house. No big deal. Free shipping either way. And let's see. Take out this little piece of styrofoam here. And the only other thing that it seems Mac Pro, as you can see. So I'll pull that. And here, this little rim is actually a handle, so you can just put your hand in there and grab and pull. And that's that. Okay, so I got everything out of there. The first thing, aside from the computer itself, we got some paraphernalia, little quick start guide that gives you just some basic tips about how the new Mac Pro works. We've got the information guide. And check this out, you've got the Apple stickers that typically come with every Apple product you buy, but these are black, so this is the first time I've actually seen them include black Apple stickers in a box. They're normally white. Obviously, this is the simple AC adapter, plug it in on back. And the only other thing in the box is the Mac Pro itself, which you can see here is a cylindrical metal device. I'm going to take it out of this plastic. That's the front right there. And there it is. You can see I'm assuming you can see it's highly reflective. You can basically see anything around it. And it's not black as the advertising may have led you to believe. It's actually more of a space gray, similar to what you'd find on the iPhone 5S, the black one. Here on back, you've got all the ports, all the I/O, input, output. I'll go through everything quickly here. So you've got your audio out, so you can listen, it'll pipe the audio out. You've got a headphone jack, 4 USB 3.0 ports. So you've got basically a lot, because you can daisy chain these too. A lot of USB bandwidth there. 6 Thunderbolt 2.0 ports, which is the most they've included on any product ever. The Max previously was 2, so now you have 6. This can power 3 4K displays, 6 regular non-4K displays, where you can daisy chain a bunch of Thunderbolt devices on there. 2 Ethernet ports, 1 HDMI 1.4. This is the power button here, and then you've got the AC adapter port, which obviously just plug in your power cord right there, and it's actually a little rounded, so it's all flush. And that is it as far as taking it out of the box. That's what the front looks like. No Apple branding at all there. We already talked about the top, where it's basically a handle. You can reach in, grab it, and along the bottom, if you look here, see all these grooves, these slots. This is basically where it'll breathe out its air. So the air comes in one side, comes out the other side. That's what keeps it running cool and quiet, because it has so much space to intake that air. Now, one other thing we didn't yet mention, but we'll do now, is this lock right here. So if you were to zoom in, you can see that says locked. So it's locked. You can tell by the little icon. If you flip that, now it's unlocked. And what that means is you can actually grab the top and pull it right off. And this lets you get to the innards of the Mac Pro. So on this side, for example, this is where you would install some RAM. And they've got 2 other RAM slots here. So it'll hold 4 RAM modules in total. You've got 2 video cards in there. That's 1. That's 2. So 2 video cards in every Mac Pro, and that's what's going to make it really fast for doing things like video editing and music and things like that. Now this stick right here is your storage, and that's this thin piece right here that almost looks like a stick of gum. It's actually a PCIe-based flash module that it stores, you know, everything on. So rather than having a hard drive in there or a more traditional SSD drive, it has this stick, this flash RAM module, and that's what makes it super fast also. Now, these are hard to get. You actually can't get those right now. If you wanted to buy a Mac Pro and you wanted to upgrade this to a higher capacity, you can't do that right now because no one is selling them. Apple's buying them direct, and if you want to buy a third-party version, it's probably going to be 3 to 6 months before you see them available for purchase somewhere. So what you're going to have to do is buy a Mac Pro that you're happy with, configured the way you want, or I'll put this back on there, or just get one of the stock models, which ships with 256 gigabytes of storage. I just locked it, so now as you can see, it doesn't come off. 256 gigabytes of storage, and then use the I/O on back. There's a bunch of different ways that you can configure it to add more external storage so that you have the space that you need. So that was it. That's basically your look at the Mac Pro, as well as a tour of the inside. There's not much more to it than that. Super small, it's light, it's pretty dense, and it's definitely an Apple-inspired design, as you can see. You can pick one up now, $2,999 at the Apple Store for the stock configuration. Entry level, you can bump it up by $1,000 if you want to go with a 6-core model with a little bit more RAM. Chips get a little slower as you add them in, and then there's all sorts of configurations you can do. You can go all the way up to 12 cores if you want. You can basically bring one of these up to about $10,000 depending on how you configure it and what you want to do with it. So check it out, apple.com. That's it for us. Again, as we said, go ahead and like this video. We'd appreciate it. Share it with your friends, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, and of course subscribe, youtube.com/GearLive. Until next time, I'm Andrew Weber. Stay tuned for more tech news through the eyes of GearLive.com.